Hey, what is up, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. What is up there, guys? So on today I wanted to talk about something super important. I want to talk about Kamikaze. Now, I'm pretty sure that at this point, everybody knows about Kamikaze, Eminem's newest album, where he went in on everyone, dissing and just tearing down everyone. He didn't care who it was. There was a couple of notable people like Drake.
I got a couple of mentions, still I don't have any manners. You got a couple of ghostwriters, but to these kids it don't actually matter.
Lil Pump.
About ice and Jesus Christ, man, how many times is someone gonna fuck him?
He had some words for Joe Budden.
Somebody tell Budden before I stab, he better fasten it or have his body back. It's if the closest thing he's had to hit's a smacking bitch.
Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler, create nothing, I see why you call yourself a fucking bitch. It's not just cause you lack attention, it's because you worship the 12 balls, you're sacrilegious.
Mom's Grumpy Kid.
Beautiful. I said she's beautiful,
yeah.
But all respect due, Eminem is king.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck you are, Kelly. I don't use sublims, and sure as fuck don't sneak this. But keep commenting on my daughter, Haley. I keep on telling motherfuckers, but just in case you forgot, really. And
yeah, but the list goes on. There was quite a other people. I mean, Eminem, this album was unlike anything before. He took a lot of time to just destroy and just drop bombs on these people, just dissing them. It was like a airstrike, and nobody was ready for it. No one was expecting it, but Kamikaze did really well. Wait. Did you guys just hear what I just said? I said that Eminem dropped bombs. It was kind of like a airstrike. You know what? That really leads me to the plot of today's video. I want to talk to you a little bit about Kamikaze. Not the album, not the music, not Eminem's diss track, but I want to talk about just what kamikazes are. Because it was a real thing in history, and it was bad. I mean, it took out a lot of people. I mean, it destroyed a lot of U.S. citizens, and just, it was crazy. So let's talk about Kamikaze and how it may relate to Eminem. Maybe there's something that Eminem is trying to tell us. Maybe retirement. Let's get right to it. Shall we? You know what? I bet some of you all, kamikaze was not even in your vocabulary. You just start now saying kamikaze just within the last three months, because it's not something that we ordinarily say or know about. So that's why I said in today's video, we're gonna talk about it. Putting Eminem's music to the side, because it was pretty devastating. Okay, so kamikazes were essentially pilot-guided explosive missiles. The Japanese, they came up with this bright ideal that they would equip explosives to aircrafts, and then they would put a person to pilot these aircrafts right into the enemy's warship, killing both the pilot, the plane, and the people that were on the ship, or at least crippling the warship and making it sink. The Japanese also called these suicidal missions of aircraft and metal and explosive, they called it the divine wind, sent to blow away anyone in its path. And let me tell you, the Japanese, they sent these kamikazes right into our warships, sinking them and destroying and killing thousands of Americans and soldiers within this war. Now, how many of these kamikaze planes do you think these Japanese sent at us? 100? Nah. 200? Nah. 500, you say? Nah. 900? No. They sent almost 4,000 kamikazes within this war. That means 4,000 of their own people. Now, the crazy thing is that Japan would get volunteers to this suicide mission to become kamikazes. And not just that, but it was reported that they got tens of thousands of people that was willing to volunteer for this mission against the United States and their allies. Huh?
You!
Me?
You volunteer to become a god. Sacrifice yourself for the empire of
You know
Japan.
what? I want to live.
What?
I'm sorry.
You disgrace!
I want to live.
I spit on you!
I gotta live.
I spit!
I got spit on me. Now, what motivated the Japanese to use this tactic in war? How did the kamikazes just come into play? And now we've got Eminem using it for an album. How did it all get started? Well, it actually started with a very, very crazy, insane, angry guy.
Newsflash M.
I've been better than you this entire fucking decade.
No, not that guy.
You want to build a wall and make Hispanics pay it all, Mr. Trump.
Not exactly. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, so it kind of started with Hitler. Yeah, Hitler, he was gaining so much power, and he wasn't just taking over cities and states, but this guy, he was taking over countries. He was invading countries and taking over the whole country. Not one or two, but he was taking over tons and tons of countries. Now, the United States, we were looking like, what? I don't see nothing wrong.
What? Look. As long as y'all don't mess with us or our territories, do y'all. We not gonna interfere. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Don't make what it is what it ain't.
Japan was like, hey, we want some of this action. So Japan, they start taking over certain countries and they started extending their reach. Not just that, but then they tagged up with Hitler. They joined forces with Hitler.
What? Look. As long as y'all don't mess with us or our territories, do y'all. We not gonna interfere. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Don't make what it is what it ain't.
So one of the main reasons that Japan united with Hitler and Russia is just so if the United States were to attack them or to declare a war because they're doing all this to all the other countries, they will have some backup. So they just wanted some backup. But you know something? The United States, they did do? They started putting sanctions and marking up their resources and not giving them as much oil and a lot of other different stuff, really messing with their material. And Japan was running out of material. So they decided to hit us. They hit us in Hawaii. They hit us in Pearl Harbor. They sent all these planes and airstrikes, and they were super successful. They killed thousands. They took out our bases and everything. It was a sneak attack. We wasn't ready. The very next day, we declare war. We're like, what y'all thinking? Y'all think y'all want to scare us, little Nick? Little Nick, we told y'all, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Don't make what it is what it ain't. Y'all went there with us. So anyway, we decided that we were going to take over all the Japan islands and go to their mainlands and take over the main Japan island, the mainlands. What if we were to? So that's when they created the idea of kamikaze, actually sending pilots to dive right into the warcraft ships before they get to their mainland. Because missiles back then, they didn't have the radar, so they would just miss. And plus, Japan didn't have the big high-tech stuff. All they had was some planes. So they used the planes as direct missiles, and it killed a lot of people. Ooh. So, are you still with me? Are you guys still here? If you're still here, go ahead in the comments, do #EDU. because I'm giving y'all some education right now. Y'all didn't think y'all was going to get this today, but I need to talk about Kamikaze because we lost a lot of people, and it's not just about Eminem. We got to remember some of the ones that we lost. But speaking of Eminem and Kamikaze, my question to you is, it leads me back to Eminem. Knowing what Kamikaze stood for and how you were to give your life up. And the Japan believed that if you gave your life up in a Kamikaze matter, then you will come back as a god. I mean, you will come back as a god. In Eminem's case, a rap god. And my question is to you is, do you believe that the reason why Eminem named this album Kamikaze because this is his last strike? He's done after this. He's going in full speed. He wanted to end with a boom, with a bang. And we're not gonna see any more albums from him. The reason why he named it Kamikaze because he was destroying his enemies, and even if he had to take himself and lose yourself in the process, getting back to some shady thus born. But anyway, I'd like to know what you guys think. Or maybe he called it Kamikaze because yes, it was a boom, but just like Japan, they rebuild and they restructure. It's a new Japan, and now they're our best allies. One of our best allies. Is that what Eminem's saying? It's a resurrection? It's actually a resurrection of something new? Or is it this the end? Will we see any more albums from Eminem? I'd like to know what you all think. It's something to think about. I thank you guys. Man, if you guys are still here all this time and you listen to me be Mr. Evolve the Teacher, then good for you, because that's what you guys are all about. That's what the Evolve is all about. We are evolvers. You got to consider yourself an evolver. It's not just about music reactions here. Anyone can do that, but we want to evolve. We want to evolve in ourselves as person, as a personality, and we want to evolve our knowledge of everything. We're just constantly evolving. Yeah? Okay. I'll see you guys next video. I thank you guys for watching. This was fun. I feel like I just got in front of the camera and just start ranting. But other than that,